music. Let the games begin.
In the moments after an epic World Series Game 3, welcome to MLB Tonight, presented by Strauss here at Dodger Stadium, where the place was jumping for about 7 hours worth of baseball in Game 3. And folks are kind of finally filing out after one of the most impactful, memorable World Series contests that we've seen, certainly in the MLB Network era. Welcome inside. Jake Peavy, Yonder Alonso, Matt Vasgersian. The Dodgers take a 2-1 games lead in the Fall Classic. Didn't come without everybody participating. I mean, we were down to nothing on both benches, nothing in both bullpens.
At some point I was saying, okay, who's the positional player that's going to pitch? That's what we were talking about. But coming into the series thinking the bullpens for both of these teams are a question mark. Not tonight, Matty. 37 guys left on base for both teams. I mean, that's a ton. The bullpen definitely answered the bell.
Absolutely. Both bullpens on both sides. What a remarkable night from Shohei. Will Smith catching 18 innings, putting up a lot of zeros in those heroic bullpen efforts. How did both teams respond after such an emotional, exhausting night, fun night? And this Dodger crowd was electric for, like you said, 7 straight hours.
There were so many things we saw tonight that we're going to try to put context to. World Series record for number of men left on base combined. 10 pitchers by the Dodgers, a World Series record. But let's get into the highlight. Game 3, cool flyover. Feels like this was a week and a half ago. And here we go, bottom of the first. Max Scherzer on the mound becomes the second player ever to play in a World Series for 4 different teams. Shohei Ohtani, nobody on, nobody out, ground rule double, and we're all saying, oh, here we go.
Yeah, he was taking that curveball. He took some pitches prior to that, and you're thinking, oh, he's getting in a groove now.
Start of a big night for Shohei. Will Smith later goes down swinging. Scherzer strands Ohtani after that double. Second inning now. Bo Bichette leading off against Tyler Glasnow. And a base hit, man at first.
That's why Bo Bichette's got to be in the lineup.
And this was weird. Dalton Varsho with nobody out. Bichette at first, 3-1 count. And Varsho thinks he takes a ball.
Yeah.
Instead, it's a called strike. Bichette's confused. He thought it was ball 4.
No, the problem here is that everybody had kind of their head down, kind of thinking, okay, that's a high pitch. Varsho's kind of throwing his bat around, and got to keep your head on a swivel. You got to know what's happening in front of you.
This certainly could have impacted the game and potentially cost Toronto a run.
Yeah, that's because Alejandro Kirk, after a Varsho walk, singles to right, runners at the corners. Here's Addison Barger, 1 out, 2 on. He goes down swinging for out number 2. Ernie Clement next. Runners still at the corners. And Glasnow, with a little help from a funky moment behind the plate, escapes a jam. Bottom of the second. Teoscar Hernandez gets one against the old employer. 5th this postseason.
I don't know why they keep throwing him breaking balls. He crushes breaking balls, especially with 2 strikes. He's looking to do damage, especially on that hanging breaking ball like that.
To the bottom of the third, Ohtani with 1 out, nobody on. And this is, again, a part of a huge night for Shohei. If the Dodgers win this World Series, just rubber stamp him for MVP.
I believe you see this happen. You hit a hammer, a breaking ball in your first at-bat. You're probably looking for a heater in your next at-bat. Look at him.
Well said.
Doesn't even get extension there, Yonder.
And he missed 2 fastballs at the top of the zone prior to that pitch. He was ready for it.
Later in the inning, Will Smith with 2 out, runner at second. Singles to Addison Barger, up throwing. It's a 98-mile-an-hour hose to get Freddie at the plate.
You know when you've got a good arm, when you're looking at the runner and saying, okay, all right, now it's time to go. I'm going to throw an absolute bullet.
100-mile-an-hour from the outfield's not too shabby.
So to the top of the 4th, Bichette, nobody out, runner at first. Ground ball to Edman, who can't handle it. He was thinking about a double play. Runners at the corners. 2 batters later. And Alejandro goes yard.
And it was the right pitch. I mean, this is the first home run given up by Glasnow on a breaking ball this year. So it was a good one. And Alejandro Kirk hadn't really done much against breaking balls in this postseason. Matter of fact, 0 for 3, hitting 115. So it was the right pitch. He just hammered it.
Later in the inning, Andres Jimenez with a sac fly. Toronto takes a 4-2 lead. Bottom of the 5th now. And John Schneider pulls Scherzer to bring in Mason Fluharty. Scherzer more understanding than in his last outing. And Shohei with 1 out and a man at first. He was on base 9 times tonight, boys, a World Series record.
I just think he saw too many breaking balls in that at bat. He didn't see a fastball at all. At some point, he's just too good of a hitter. He will sit on that breaking ball. He's not rolling over him now. He's hitting him to left center.
So later in the inning with Ohtani at second, Freddie Freeman at the plate. And this will tie the game at 4.
He was watching those breaking balls that he threw to Ohtani. He stays on one enough there to tie the ball game up. Great hitting.
Bottom of the 6th, and Kike Hernandez with a man on and 2 away. Infield single. Jimenez throws to first, and look at Vlad. What a play.
Out of all the plays we've seen tonight, I think that was the best play tonight. Being able to understand there wasn't going to be a play at first, coming up on a short hop, slipping, perfect throw to get to Oscar Hernandez. It was just amazing.
89-mile-an-hour throw from Vlad, his firmest of the year, top of the 7th, and this is a bad scene here for the Jays. George Springer fouls the ball off and appears to be hurt. Tweaked something on the swing, he would leave the game.
Yeah, this is concerning when he leaves the game and calls the training staff out without even trying. Lets you know it's pretty serious.
We understand he's undergoing an MRI either late on Monday or early Tuesday. Later in the inning, Bichette 2-out runner at first. Base hit brings in Vladdy.
What a slide. Unbelievable. Picked up his coach, third base coach. He knew there was going to be a play. Got that hand in there. But that's why you have Bichette in that lineup. Comes through again.
Jays go back on top, and not for long. Shohei 4 for 4 on his 2nd homer of the day, and we're running out of superlatives for this guy.
Well, when you hit a fastball in and you cover it to right field, you stay on the fastball away. We've seen him hit breaking balls when he's hot, which he is. Not many ways to get him out.
So the game is tied at 5. Second player ever with 4 extra base hits in a single World Series game. And in the top of the 8th, Roki Sasaki on in relief. And Nathan Lucas grounds back to him. Little hot potato moment there.
Yeah, and he gets out of it. 11 days without throwing a pitch on that mound. He was phenomenal.
Top of the 9th inning now. Varsho against Sasaki with 1 out and a man at first. And here's where some missed opportunities come to bite you. A nice play by Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, however, to get cut down, rather. A nice play by
Tommy
Edman to cut
yeah.
down Kiner-Falefa.
This was a great play. Staying with this, moving over there, the slide to get up and the throw. Put it on him, Max.
I'm telling you, he had a great ball game. I know we saw the error earlier on, but he had a really good game.
6 outs on the base paths in this game. All of them were impactful, and then Straw would ground out later in the inning, and that goes to the bottom of the 9th. First of many opportunities for the Dodgers to walk this one off. After an Ohtani intentional walk, Betts with 1 out and a man on. Shohei tries to run, throw down, in time to get him.
It's just remarkable that they're putting the winning run on base. It's just typically a no-no. It just speaks to how good Shohei is.
And they're doing it to face a former MVP.
Yeah, but he's in scoring position already when he's at the plate.
Headed to extra innings presented by Geico. Top of the 10th, and Lucas facing Emmett Sheehan with 2 out and a man on. To right, Davis Schneider being waved without much of a chance.
And you know what? It was the right play. You got to send him with 2 outs right there. You're hoping for a bad throw from a relay, but that was a perfect relay. It was a strike, and then it was another strike. It was just absolutely perfect. You're hoping for just a prayer, and hopefully somebody airmails it with a wet ball.
Your guy, Tommy Edman, right there with an incredible relay again.
This was a huge moment. Clayton Kershaw called on to get 1 man out with the bases loaded in the 12th. Can you get the lefty? He can. Lucas grounds out, 3 away. Game still tied at 5.
What a great play right there.
Puts in context to Scherzer and Kershaw appearing in the same World Series game in a moment. This is the 13th now. Ohtani and Betts are intentionally walked, bringing up Freddie Freeman with the winning run at third.
It was absolutely the right move. Got to go get Freddie in this situation.
And it worked. Freddie flies out to deep center field.
Deep center field, you see this. This is a great swing, and if this marine layer is not set in, he does this many innings earlier.
Bottom of the 17th, Betts with 2 on and 2 away, winning run at second. Popped him out. Still tied at 5. Top of the 18th. And the Blue Jays with an opportunity. 2 out. Runners at second and third. Will Klein against Tyler Heineman. Gets him swinging. Still 5-5. What a performance by Klein. Bottom of the 18th. Freddie Freeman.
Freeman gets one high in the air. Straight away center field. Varsho at the wall. Gone! The Dodgers walk it off in the bottom of the 18th inning. 6-5 the final.
Little over a year from hitting the first ever walk-off grand slam in World Series history, Freeman hits a walk-off homer in the 18th to give the Dodgers a 2-1 series lead. He's in good company. Max Muncy did a 18th inning walk-off in 2018. Gibby and Freddie back-to-back years. Amazing stuff. And Lauren Shahadi visited with him right after the magic moment.
Freddie Freeman, congratulations. What's it like to hear 50,000 people screaming your name?
Yeah, it's incredible. I think we talked earlier to see if we had some magic again coming back here in our first
Called
series.
it.
Yeah. This took a little bit longer than last year's World Series game, but this is incredible. This isn't me. This is our pitching staff. Our bullpen was absolutely incredible tonight. Hats off to Will Klein. He's really the MVP of this game.
The announcers were saying everyone was trying to do too much. How did you simplify in that moment?
Yeah, I mean, I started having better swings in my last couple of bats. I just missed one, I think it was like 22 innings ago.
A day ago?
Yeah, a day ago. And then the one to left center. So I was just trying to get a hit. I was just trying to simplify it, get a hit, keep the line moving. And the swing started to be feeling better. And I'm just glad that one went out.
When I saw Yamamoto warming up.
Oh my gosh, I saw it too.
I thought, what the heck?
We got to end this.
We gotta end
We got to end it. We cannot have
So
it
you
come in the
did.
game. I didn't mean.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Lauren.
Another big World Series moment for Freddie Freeman. Players with multiple postseason walk-off homers. It's a short and very distinguished list that Freddie is the latest entry on.
It's just unbelievable. I mean, the stuff he's doing, the way he's able to simplify games, slow everything down. This is who he is. He's always done this. He's always been in the big stage and has always delivered.
I thought it was amazing that he said, I started to have better at-bats as the night went on. We're talking 8, 9, 10 at-bats, and we saw that with the deep fly-out that he mentioned, and then it's just a matter of time before he delivered.
So many big performances. Freddie, of course, gets the headlines. We'll identify some other key moments in Game 3 next on MLB Tonight.
MLB Tonight is presented by Strauss.
Watch MLB Legends and Stars tee off in the inaugural Capital One MLB Open at Shadow Creek, November 18th, 9:30 p.m. on TNT. Go to MLB.com/golf for more details.
Clayton Kershaw, one word to describe what we just saw that game.
Oh, it's the best. That's just, what a game. What a game. Just all the way around. We did that 6 years ago against Boston, and Muntz did it then, and Freddie did it now, but just so many people contributed, our whole team, and holy cow, that was nuts.
Yes, it was, and the 12th was nuts as well. Bases loaded. Take me through what you were trying to do with Nathan Lucas.
Yeah, I just tried to stay ready down there, and thankful to be a part of it. Got my number called, and got an out. It's all. I'm sure we'll have to get ready tomorrow, but that was a big out, and happy to do it.
How did you stay so ready? You were in the bullpen forever.
I warmed up a lot. I was loose. I threw enough pitches, but that's the life of a bullpen guy. I'm learning, so I'm getting ready.
You're a bullpen guy now?
I'm a bullpen guy for 4 more days, and then I'm out.
You know what? I was thinking about you being out, and 18 years ago when you walked in these doors, Clayton, when you walk out for the final time, what will you look around? What will you think about?
I'll remember moments like this, and it's too hard to think about right now, but it's just so special. This whole place is unbelievable. I can't believe I'm getting to be in another World Series at Dodger Stadium, and memories for a lifetime.
You're a legend. You need to check on your wife, by the way. And the 12th, I saw her. She was not well.
I know. She's not reliever ready. She's starter ready. She's not reliever ready, so I'm going to go check on her.
Breaking her in. Congratulations.
I think in our conversations talking about this one, guys, and we were together for the entirety of it, I heard each of you separately use the word gutty a number of times. So guttiness is one thing. Heroic performances are another thing. If you were to identify one guy, one element of this game, one MVP for Game 3, who would it be?
There's so many of them. But I think for me it's Freddie Freeman. It's the stuff he's done. It just felt like every time he went up to the plate, you were saying he's going to get it done. He's going to do it. He's been here before. He's delivered before. And sure enough, as the at-bats went on, as the game went on, he got more comfortable like he talked about, and then he delivered.
It's a matter of time before those superstars come through. I can't name one guy in this. You see here Freddie doing his thing, staying on it. For me, it's the bullpen of the Dodgers. When you just saw Clayton Kershaw, but Sasaki Sheehan, Enriquez, and Klein with 4 innings. All of these guys throwing multiple innings that they did not see coming into this game happening. Yeah. So for these guys to step up in the way they did, got to give huge props to the Dodger bullpen. 13 in the 3rd innings, 1 run. Wow. That's the reason they win this game.
And we could have said it the other way, too. If,
absolutely.
If Toronto had scored, Eric Lauer went 4 2/3
Incredible.
Scoreless out of that bullpen. For
you can tell, like, as it got obviously later in the game, they had nothing. Like, they were just going out there on straight grit. It was just, I think I'm just better than you. We've got to get through the next hitter and give our team a chance. For the Dodgers, they just have more power in that lineup because the Toronto lineup, as the game went on, they got more depleted than ever. And it just felt like it's just going to be so much harder for them to even just get a run in than the Dodgers' sake because they had swing and miss. And, I think for the Dodgers, it was one swing away, and that's what we saw tonight.
Yeah, we have to put it all into context for you somehow. So how about a World Series report presented by Capital One? Some of the unusual and record-setting stuff that we saw in Game 3, 19 pitchers used. The Dodgers set a record by using 10. Johnny Holstaff, everybody from the bullpen got in there. 25 position players, over 600 pitches. There were 6 outs on base, as we mentioned earlier, all of them very significant. And more base runners left stranded in this World Series Game 3 than in any other postseason game in the history of the sport. Oh, by the way, it was the second longest in terms of time at 6 hours and change. Shohei was a beast, on base 9 times to set a World Series record, 2 more homers. We'll try to put into context what he's doing this fall, if it can be done. As we continue from a watered-down surface. They got to play another game on Tuesday, by the way. Let's hope they can get that one in 9 innings.
MLB Tonight is brought to you by Capital One, the official bank and credit card partner of Major League Baseball. What's in your wallet? Member FDIC.
Make your voice heard. Vote now to select the 2025 All-MLB team presented by MGM Rewards. It's your chance to be a part of history and honor this season's top performers. Terms and conditions apply. See MLB.com/AllMLB for details.
Here he is. Seems like he always delivers when the moment calls for it. Oh, and a center cut fastball. Ball swung and ties it. Ohtani stays on one. He is 7 for his last 7 at Dodger Stadium with 5 home runs.
He was on base 9 times in Game 3, fellas, and it ties a single-game Major League Baseball record. It is a World Series record that he owns all by himself, and you got to go back to the black and white days, the likes of, Max Carey in 1922.
Yeah, the guys were running the streets. I mean, look at that. Look at those faces.
So, he plays in a 6+ hour game, hits 2 homers, gets on base 9 times. And then 17 hours from the end of that game, he's going to pitch in Game 4, Peeve.
It's a tall order. And we also saw the coaching staff come out and check on him with stretching his hamstring. I watched him for the rest of the night after that, continually starting to stretch the hamstring. You just wonder what his legs are going to go back. And I just think about, we watch him night after night on boards with a few, or he's the only guy to have done stuff. It makes me wonder, guys, how much better he even would be if it's all he did was one thing. We've got to remember this guy is prepping to start tomorrow after doing this in the game before. It's truly remarkable.
What
I'm
we're
out of
watching
words.
is just special. Yeah, we have no words to describe it.
He's
I just think,
splitting half his
and if you're the Blue Jays, you have to think the game has to dictate how you're going to attack him. But he cannot beat you. It's got to be somebody else.
Yeah.
It's just he's too good.
So
like
you
we
do
said
this all day
earlier,
tomorrow?
like they're going to give him 4 wide ones. They're going to treat him like Kelly Leak and the Bad News Bears, and they're doing that to give Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, 2 MVPs, a chance.
Will
That's
Smith
how
and
good he
Teoscar
is.
next. Yeah.
But I think that's the right call. It's just how good he's been. He's in scoring position when he's on deck. It's already 1-0 when he's on deck. That's what he could do if you pitch to him. So, yeah, I would think the game will have to dictate if you're going to pitch to him or not. I would think if the game is close, you don't pitch to him. Mookie has to beat you, Freddie has to beat you, and the rest of those guys have to beat you, just not Shohei.
I'm going to say it again. Today was a day 4 for him, the day before you're going to start. That day for a normal pitcher is spent prep and getting it all digested. This guy maybe did some of that, and then also came out today and dominated a baseball game. Like, what did he do to get ready? It's just remarkable. I can't wrap my brain around it.
I mean, if the series goes 6 or 7 games, he's got a chance to hit more homers than anybody in a postseason. He's on that kind of pace. We're set for some fun stuff coming up in Game 4. Ohtani on the mound for the Dodgers. Shane Bieber in what amounts to close to a must-win for Toronto. Thanks for watching MLB Tonight. For Jake, Yonder, I'm Matt. Full highlights and continuing coverage of Game 3 coming up next.